What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. This is the recap of the TNT versus Ross Game 4. And I must say, there's a really entertaining game. No? Medyo naging boring na nung the last few, actually the final quarter. Actually, the third to the fourth, TNT actually just ramped it up again. Para silang diesel, no, Grem? They start off slow, Ross takes the lead. At least in the wins that they got in the semifinals, then bigla na lang sila just gonna step on the gas and never look back. And this time, I think let's give the credit to BGR. BGR was getting fouled left and right, flagrant foul here, tulak dito, hulog dyan, and yet this guy played 40 minutes, 22 and 11, arguably the one of the best games in his career as a TNT Tropang 5G. Not only that, uh, Jordan Heading, welcome, welcome. Even though na you were kind of stiff because of that injury, di ba? When he was running, di ba, Graham, sabi ko,
Sabi mo
Graham,
nga,
Jordan Heading looks stiff. But something's holding him back. And yet, this guy, bogged down with a back injury, 23 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal, and a block. What more can you ask for from your point guard or shooting guard, depending on what Coach Shot needs from him? Calvin Oftana, so game, pero he didn't really need to become Superman tonight. 16 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and that's having capable teammates and also a system that allows everybody to flourish and allows him to take a backseat from time to time. Especially na, let's not forget, this guy's still injured and walang RR Pogoy. Injured. And then, Glenn Combuntin, 16 points, 5 assists. Si Eram, 8 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. And Kim rin. 27 minutes, Graham. Played this heart out in this game. Coach shot like this fire. Hindi siya sinabon this time. And playing inspired basketball after a lackluster game 3. And ikaw, what have you noticed from TNT here and also Ross kung whatever you want to say, no? Ako, Graham, if ano bang main takeaway ko dito? TNT is on their way to the NBA finals. TNT is on their way to the PBA finals. Maybe Ross gets one and then TNT says no more. And they will do it without RR Pogoy heading to the finals. What do you think?
they they're just something else, man. TNT is, I don't know how else to describe this team. Um, you lost Jason, you lost, inulit-ulit na natin, di ba? You lost Jason, you lost Ray,
We have the same script. We say the same script all
you
the
lost
time. You
Pogoy.
lost this guy. You lost this guy.
Bro,
Kelly
you,
Williams with an ankle
yeah,
injury.
I was about to say, man, nadagdagan pa yung casualty list ng TNT with Kelly Williams being out, and then Oftana also went out, di ba? But it was able to come back. People attacked me when I said this has to be in contention for one of the best teams of the past 15 years.
May
Baka
nag-attack
pwede,
ba? Parang wala naman. A lot are agreeing, Graham. Marami nag-agree actually sa comments. Mga TNT fans.
yeah, but well, some people had an argument. But man, pwede siguro nating i-stretch over the past 25 years eh. Kasi
I
they
don't know. For
re
past 25 years?
yeah, because if
The
we look
Jimmy
back,
Alapag year. Feel ko eh. Ewan ko ewan ko.
well, yun yung nakalimutan ko, yung early 2010s TNT. But before them, who there was no powerhouse. The 2004 to 2008 Ginebra won 4 titles, and then
Oh.
Pure Foods won a couple of titles in between. But there really wasn't a team that stood out. San Miguel probably, but um, man, you lost basically your starting five. Di ba?
You lost
They
your starting
have their
five.
starting five and they're still up 3-1 versus Rain or Shine. Coach Chot Reyes, man. I get it, di ba? I get it. It's not a popular thing to say that he's one of the best coaches of all time. But he has to be considered because the way this guy just galvanizes his troops and keep them composed, whether by hook or by crook, whether it's by teaching or scolding, is just something that is so remarkable that they are one win away from getting to the PBA finals without again five of their key players, or at least three of their key players, and then their uh two their other two players are hurt. And then may mga, si Heading pa nga, may iniinda, di ba? In his back.
Oo.
So, they are, um, they're gonna finish the series in five. There is, I see no reason for them to lose game five with the way they won tonight. Sabi natin, di ba? Sige, panoorin natin second game, pero pag tinambakan niya ng Rose, alis na tayo. Ay, hindi.
Oo.
Iba pala, it's the other way around pala. Sila pala yung mananambak sa Rose. And going to rain or shine, man, you have to capitalize on your strength, which is running the ball. Kasi pag nakaset up na yung half court defense ng TNT, it's goodbye. You're gonna have a tough time scoring. And that's what they failed to do until the latter minutes of the game when they started to run and they ended up taking 3 pointers instead. So again, TNT just imposing their will. They're the better team and they're going to the PBA finals. So you have to give credit where credit is due. I'm not a TNT hater. I'm gonna say that for the 100th time. I so appreciate the way they play basketball. It's dribble drive, diba? It's not effective in international play, but hey, in the PBA it works.
It's unstoppable. Nobody is able to figure it out. Even Coach Tim. Hindi
That
niya
is
pa rin
true.
alam.
Wala talaga maka-figure out nitong dribble drive ni Coach Chot in the PBA. It's truly remarkable.
And ito, Grem, TNT are adding technically two new players in heading in BGR. BGR's been there for a year, but iba pa rin yung you need to get
Never
actual
had the
game
reps.
reps eh.
Yeah.
So technically, he's kinda new. You have to feel out your teammates in a game set. Kaya I would consider him new kasi mid-season siya pumasok, di ba? Or patapos na ka ng regular season siya nilagay
Mhm.
sa
Tama.
tropang 5G and then heading is
You were just surprised na naglalaro na siya, di ba?
bigla na natin nagulat na, oh, BGR's on the floor. Oh, pinagsasabay siya with Eram. And to do it without, Coach Shot is continuously, alam mo yung when they say God gives his toughest assignments to his toughest soldiers. Coach Shot is one of his toughest soldiers. Lahat ng posibleng gagawin, like, lahat ng pwedeng hurdle na kailangan gawin ng TNT na nilalagay ng basketball gods, they're going through those hurdles.
The
Happily.
the only
Easily.
yeah, the only thing that Coach Chot has not experienced is and ano lang to, biro lang to, knock on wood lang to, is matraffic si Coach Sandy, si Coach Josh, tsaka si Coach Yuri sa before the game na wala siya assistant coach. Kasi he can win without the players, man. This guy is just something else na parang despite everything that has happened, he's he's so constant na I think if even how do I say this? If you put another coach in Coach Chot Reyes's position, they're not they're not going to be this successful. Like he is the maestro of this team, and I have to give credit to BGR who missed his first five free throws, but in the end was terrific. Heading finally showed up. Eram in the second half was great defensively. Shout out also to Brian Heruela, di ba, who started the game. And
Welcome
in the
back, Brian
second,
Heruela. Pero gulat na
there
rin tayo kanina, oy, si Brian Heruela nakapangbihis na, maglalaro
the
na.
the refrigerator is back.
The
Um,
walking re- the walking refrigerator.
refrigerator. And then of course si Glenn Cabontin had 16 points too. So it's a collective team effort. Like if someone's down, pick up the slack. That's what TNT motto is.
Oh, well, yeah, ganun nga talaga. And anything else for sa TNT talaga, whoever they filled out, they're always ready. Amon Vosotros
My
plays
God, that guy. Oh.
plays into his role talaga, no? Talaga ano siya. He will just make the most out of his minutes. He's gotta make those contested threes, tapos gitnang gitna, and he gives that much needed lift off the bench to just alleviate, yung mga points ni Vosotros
Mhm.
really adds on just to the help. No, that's those 6 to 12 points that he gives from time to time. It's a backbreaker for Ross. No? You're doing your best defending him, and the next thing you know, with a hand on his face, he's gonna hit the three-pointer. Sobrang nakadismay yun kapag Ross ka, di ba?
That's right. And he hits those baskets when the stars need rest, 'di ba? When Heading needs rest, when Oftana needs rest. and the other guys too. So they're just so deep. Circling back to Ross for a moment, boy, I did not expect Gabe Norwood to have 18 points. 18 points in this game for Mr. President Gabe Norwood. So uh again, you lost a game when he had 18. You lost a game when he had 12. This guy is already guarding Oftana as best as he can. And
Actually.
Oftana is, a million years younger than him in the peak of his prime. And then he's also giving you 18 points. You have to, if you are rain or shine, if you're the other players of rain or shine, play a lot better. They were able, itong TNT, they were able to neutralize si Clarito in this game. He only had 7 rebounds, none of them in spectacular fashion. Nokum again, high volume shooting game,
5 for
17 shots,
17.
di ba? That has been the theme in this series. Like let Nokum take the shots. Some of them will be spectacular, but in the end, it's not gonna win you games. Santillana only had 9, di ba? It assist you. Hindi na natin naramdaman in this game. He only played 8 minutes, like you said. You predicted it well. Na assist you will not see that many minutes in game 4. So I don't see Ross getting another game. And this series starting to get dirty, man. I think
I was gonna go
BGR.
there. Parang the referees need to do better in controlling these players. Kasi one way or another, may masasaktan. And eto na nga, di ba? I'm surprised BGR is still good. I'm surprised he's still not injured. Sa lahat ng mga ginawa sa kanya.
Ninokum.
Ninokum. And they also did some not to give not to say Ross is the only team na nag-flagrant fouls and stuff doing those quote unquote dirty plays. But TNT also has a hand in inflicting those hard fouls.
Oo, Kim
It's
O'Rin, di
both
ba may
it's both
pabaon?
sides. It's both sides. Kim
Yeah,
Aurin
that's right.
yung swipe niya kay Mamuyak, 'di ba?
Mamuyak, di ba? That was with intent. Man,
So the referees really need to set that boundary na you're not gonna allow that anymore. Kasi if this parang extend pa tong series na to, feel ko the
may
fouls might
magsusuntukan na dito.
it could possibly happen kasi 'di ba the stakes will get higher. The more you extend this series, syempre the emotions will run higher, especially itong Ross is staring at elimination games starting game 5.
That's right. So what do you call this? The pressure is going to be in there. The hunger to win, to stay alive will be in there. So these referees both have to do a better job separating these players and making the right calls. Man, I can't forget yung foul ni Heruela kanina. How was that on Heruela? It happened right in front of us.
Foul ni Heruela. First quarter, di ba? First
This.
quarter. Sa harapan natin. Kala ko, no, tinawag na referee. Guys, nalala nyo to. Heruela was bringing the ball on the right side. Trying
No,
to speed up. Nokum just came to, parang ano yun, parang sila side swipe niya or something. Or parang not undercut eh. Parang, alam mo yung pag nag,
bina-blindside niya eh, di ba?
bina-blindside niya eh. And sabi natin, okay, foul si Nokum, dalawa na. And then
Dalawa.
biglang, nakita ko from the side si Coach yung gumanon. Sabi ko, anong ganon? Ba't siya gumanon? Yung pala sinasabi ng referee, foul daw ni Heruela. Tapos kami ni Graham, bakit foul ni Heruela yun?
That happened in
Bakit
the
siya
Ginebra game,
nagganon?
di ba? That happened in the Ginebra game. Binigay nila yung foul kay Anmisi, who was 100 million kilometers away from the play.
Oo,
Pero si Stephen Holt yung foul.
si ano si nandun sa kabilang end ng court, di ba? Nasa kabila siya eh. Nasa weak side yung foul, di ba?
Yes.
Si Hanmi.
These referees,
Mas
man.
malala yung kay Heruela, bro.
Si
Ay, hindi, actually,
Heruel,
magkasing lala yung ano.
si Heruela, man. Kasi, the reason Heruela held on to no, kasi binangga siya.
Binangga siya. Look, naghahanap siya ng way na parang hindi siya bumagsak. So,
These, these
anyway,
refs are, these refs have to have device check. Nire-review nyo lang, hindi nyo pa rin makuha yung play. But anyway, going back to Ross, man,
oo.
there has to be a point where you have to stop taking 3-pointers. How many 3-pointers did they take? 41.
11 for 41.
For
Horrible.
41 threes. Like, especially in the fourth when you were
26.8%.
trying to make a comeback. I get it. 3 is more than 2, but bro, 2 is more than 0. If you're not hitting your threes, you get 0 points.
Yeah. TNT
That,
shot, sorry, Rain or Shine shot 32% from the field, Grim. 29 for 90.
wow. 29 for
Wow,
90, less than
29 for 90. While TNT shot 44 for 86.
that's
51%.
that right there, diba? That's 15 more than 15 more field goals make. How did Raynor Shine was able to keep this? Oh, they shot 29 free throws itong
They
Raynor
shot
Shine.
29 free throws. I was gonna
Oh,
say that. And
see,
sabi nga ni Mario dun sa group chat natin na the referees are in a way medyo pabor for the rain or shine when they get their free throws. And nakita rin naman natin dito. Again, that's his opinion. But based on the numbers, it's just that siguro Ross were the more aggressive team. Hence why they get their free throws. Pero despite that, I mean, kahit may 29 free throws sila and they shot, sorry Graham, they shot 23 of those 29, good for 79%, is really good. They still lost by 16.
that's right. And it could have been way more if TNT just decided to keep going.
Yeah.
Nagpetics na nga yung TNT when the game was really over. But they could have decided to keep, you know, kicking Ross where it hurts, di ba? But, mercy occurs in basketball. So, I was wrong. I was wrong when I said this series is close. It really isn't. Wala pang ang Pugoy. Imagine ko nandito si Pugoy, di ba? This game was over in the second quarter probably. So Ross had multiple chances to break away, didn't capitalize. This loss is on them. Game two loss was on them. This loss was on them. Like you have the momentum and then you just let it go. So I don't see them getting another game. You admit?
Sorry. Parang nasa meeting tayo. You're on mute, sir. Anyway, the reason I feel like Ross will still be able to get one is because uh, Kelly Williams, that injury has to be looked at. Wala pa tayong news or anything as of the recording of this video on how bad that injury is. Hindi tayo sure kung tinanggal siya because of prevention or is it really that bad. Same as kay Andreas Kahilig, no? Hindi tayo sigurado. Is that the kind of hyperextended knee injury that keeps you out for a few games or baka ano lang,
Well,
nabigla lang kanina,
I was listening
na-tweak
to the
lang.
report. The PT of TNT decided to not risk Kelly Williams in the game, and that was when it was still close.
But you still need to monitor that.
Oh,
'Diba? Hindi mo pala
that
how,
that is
how
true.
will it swell. They have to check it. Ano klaseng injury nga ba yan? And if there's no Kelly Williams in game 5,
But we said this, we've done this
and
multiple
we said
times.
the same thing. What if walang Jason Castro? Walang Ray ng Batak. What if
Palalar
the
Pugoy,
coach
di ba?
shot says, wait
Come
lang.
on, man. Haven't you seen my record? But man, uh, I'm not a big lip reader. Pero mayroong kanina nagsabi, sabi niya,
Si Pogoy? Yeah,
yeah,
we can say that. We can say that. We were
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah, so si Pogoy, again, we were just trying to read lips. We read lips when Pogoy was talking
yeah,
to Bel Gregorio. And baka game 5. Ganun, di ba? Kita-kita ba? Tapos nakasmile pa siya eh. So,
yeah.
although Graham, if ako TNT, ako lang naman, as a fan perspective, I won't play him.
No,
You're good. You're 3-1.
no.
Pero then again, hindi natin alam yung mindset ng mga coaches. Are they that kind of type na, no, we have to go for the head ASAP. You don't want to play with your food, di ba? Meron ibang ganun na, okay, up tayo 3-1, but still, we gotta stop the momentum of Ross because if they see some life, I think this Coach Yang team is the dangerous squad to mess with, di ba? Especially playing for their lives. Sabi ko na to, all games starting on Friday will be do or die for Ross.
Well, totoo naman yun. But you're able to beat them without Pogoy in 2 games. Um, yeah, but it's true that you cannot give them life. But if 2 games worth of sample is more than enough, then give RR the rest because the Hinebra series will extend up to Sunday at least. Then you have given him almost 2 weeks of rest. That's the only thing that you have to consider if you're TNT. So it's a decision they have to make. It's they're lucky that they're not forced or they won't be pressured to put him in because this series is 3-1 instead of 2-2.
Yeah, and for TNT, actually wala naman much comments on this one. Uh, na-contain talaga eh. The shooting was really bad. They were
Their
si
defense is
Kaylan Chong,
so good.
ganda ng
Defense is so good.
defense.
Mhm. That's the only thing that I can say. More than all the players who contributed on offense, man, it's hard to score against Aruela, against Cobontin, against BGR, and against Eram. And of because of Tani's kind of limited, but if he's healthy, he's also a good defender, and we know the capabilities of Pogoy. So, man, the Grand Slam hopes getting clearer and clearer by the day, thanks to
Mhm.
Coach Chito and Tito Rafi for two straight games.
I've this series could end in 5 or in 6. I don't see it ending in 7. But kayo guys, let us know what you think about this series, Ross versus TNT. Follow 5-star rating on Spotify.
I
Like,
have
comment,
an
subscribe.
I'm gonna
Yes,
cut you
closing
out
statement,
your
my
outro for a
friend.
second.
Yes, go.
I'm gonna make a bet in on behalf of Mario. If this series pushes to 7, Mario will wear a TNT jersey when he comes back. If this series gets to 7 games, I know Mario will agree that when it does, he's gonna wear a TNT jersey because he's also in the same belief that series is really over.
Natatawa ko dito sa isang comment. Anyari dun sa foul ni Mav, ang layo niya sa play. Yun yung
Exactly.
sinabi ko rin kanina. Sabi ko, bakit si Mav? Nandun si Mav. Tapos siya parang, ha? That's kicking a dead horse while it's already
That,
dead. So,
that just shows you Mav is an eye candy, man. Like it's not even
I
there.
can, the referees love him. Anyway, yun lang guys, TNT versus Ross recap. Thank you for those who are listening to this one. And may nag-comment actually na we should upload the game that was the most interesting first. Sige, why not? We'll do that. We'll do that next time. Siguro sa Friday.
Because both of these games were not interesting.
No, 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 no. I
In
would say mas interesting tong Rusty and Tigram. Like if you, come on, mag-agree ka naman sa akin. I think naman we can both agree na
yeah,
mas interesting yung Rusty and kaysa dun sa Ginebra SMB masterclass that you saw a while ago.
yeah, that's true. Especially me, that have no interest in talking about Game 4, but yeah,
You got
yeah,
to do it. That's
I,
the
I,
job.
I'm hurt, man. But you know, real men fight through pain. So yeah, but that's it. SMB Ross winning Game 5 on Friday. Sorry, no, SMB TNT winning Game 5 on Friday.
All right, boys. Follow 5-star rating on Spotify. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. 6 Man Podcast. Nico here with Graham. See you all next time.
Adios, amigos.